Okay, so I was, hoping if I delayed doing my predictions for the Packers 2022-2023 season that, maybe we hear some news about, a wide receiver or whatever, other signings or what. But it looks like they're just going to go with the wide receiving core they have, unless someone gets hurt, I don't know. But it's been, about a week and a half, I think, since the schedule was released. OTAs started yesterday or the day before, I don't remember. Today is Wednesday, so probably Monday, so probably 2 days ago. And it seems like, we're going with who we have for wide receiver, and we're calling it good. So, I mean, what does that technically make Sammy Watkins wide receiver number one? Why does it do that? What the heck? I don't know what's going on with that. So, it is what it is. We're going to have Watkins, Cobb. I have seen some of the coaches have been talking about how Amari Rodgers has really made a leap for year two. We'll have Lazard, obviously, and then we'll have our rookies too. So, we'll see. We got Rodgers throwing the ball, and if you look at the Arizona Cardinals game last year where we went into Arizona, who was undefeated at that time, we didn't have Adams, we didn't have Lazard, and I don't think we had MVS. So we had Cobb, we had Winfrey, we had Amari Rodgers, and then we had our running backs, and that was it. Basically, our defense held enough, and Rodgers was able to get the job done with the running back. I should say we had a running back duo, so maybe we lean on them more. Maybe they get more passing yards. We'll see. Again, I'm rambling on here, but week one at Minnesota. So we go right there to Minnesota for week one. That'll be fun. Seeing Zadarius Smith twice a year, obviously, and they're building first. And I honestly think last year we didn't win in their stadium. And the year before we did, and that was obviously the COVID year. So I'm going to say I think we lose week one again. Just like last year against the Saints, even though, again, that was done in Jacksonville. That was a whole, totally different thing with the, I think it was a hurricane that went through or whatever. But we do kind of struggle. We're not the best in Minnesota. Obviously, they beat us in Lambeau that COVID year too. So we usually go 1-1 with the Vikings. So I think we lose week one, and I think we'll win in Lambeau later on in the season. We have Chicago Bears. This is this Sunday night? Yes, Sunday night football. Okay. I hate this because, they always put Packers, Bears, prime time, Sunday, Monday. And it's just, last year was interesting, but it's mostly because our special teams is just terrible. And that's why the game was so interesting last year. At home in Lambeau, coming off of a potential loss, at least that's what I'm thinking after week one. I think we win. I think it's very easy. They're going to be more motivated. Another NFC North rival. So you got to start racking up those wins in the division if you want to lead the division, but do not get the 1 seed. Please do not get the 1 seed. I beg you, do not. Then we have to go to Tampa. Week 3. I think we start out 1-2. This is basically the new Niners, where we struggled with the Niners a couple years ago. And then just last year, we barely beat them after we essentially let them back into the game. And, obviously Rodgers and Adams did Rodgers and Adams, and then Mason Crosby hit the field goal. But that was, I think, like week 4 or 5. This is week 3 in Tampa. We suck in Florida for whatever reason, the Florida curse. I think we start out 1-2. Maybe we go, win against the Vikings and Bears. Obviously, our defense is good. I don't want to discount that, but just our track record in Tampa, I don't know. I don't feel good about this game, especially because it's week 3 on the road. So I'm going to say 1-2 to start off. Then New England, this is at Lambeau, so this is at home. New England is not, what they used to be. I don't want to say they're in a rebuilding because, they just really need like a couple pieces and, that they could potentially go on a run for the Super Bowl. And it's Bill Belichick. So I think this will be a fun game. Another, back-to-back 325 games. I'm going to say we win solely off of our defense. Basically, confusing the heck out of Mac Jones. I think, because it's second year, so you can't do that to Brady. And then again, North rivals, it's a coin toss if we beat them or not. But just like a newer QB, I think we can beat Mac Jones. I think it will be kind of hard. But they just got rid of J.C. Jackson. I forget who they picked up. They picked up people. I forget who they picked up. But I think this could be, a potential win. Maybe it's a, 24-21 win or whatever. But I think the defense will show why they're going to be top 10 again this year, just like they were statistically at the end of the year last year. Week 5 at home against the Giants. The Giants are the Giants, so I think that's a win. Then we have a stretch at home. Okay, then we have the Jets. Now I'm terrified of this game because 2 years ago against the Jags, they were the worst team in the league, and we did not show up. Now again, that was because it was windy that day. It was crappy weather. I think there was rain or snow against the Jags, and they were in Lambeau too. But we did not play good football against a terrible team. Now you could say that with the Giants too, but I just feel like I feel like we have a better shot. Well, it should be a little easier beating the Giants, but we underestimate the bad teams and we let them back into the game. So I'm gonna say we win here, but again, just off of experience, off of what's happened against bad teams, in the recent years, I'm scared of this game. I honestly am. I am. Then we go to the Commanders this year. So, what was it, last year? I think it was last year they came to us. I think. Last year or the year before, whatever. It's been, the last 2 years have just been kind of a blur. I think it was last year they came to us, so this year we're going to them in their crappy stadium. I think we can win this unless Taylor Heineke, starts playing God mode like he does against Brady. But, probably Carson Wentz is going to, maybe he gets pulled. Can you imagine they put Taylor Heineke back in just because Carson Wentz has had a bad 6 weeks? I would not put it past the Commanders too, especially with Carson Wentz. So I think we should win this game. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. At Buffalo week 8. Oh, God. It's a night game too. So, okay, this is what? November 30th, so we're into winter. Or I think this winter technically starts in like December, doesn't it? Anyway, it's gonna feel like winter. Just going in there. It's not that far. But they're gonna have, maybe there's snow, maybe there's rain. We don't know what the weather's gonna be like for any of these games. Obviously, I can see us losing this. I can. Now again, it just depends on if the defense that is being hyped up, and I've seen a lot of Packers fans hype up our defense saying, oh, we're automatically top 5 because we got 2 first-round rookies from Georgia, automatically top 5 right now, first game of the season, we're unstoppable on defense. And I don't want to disagree, but until I see that in action, until I see all the pieces in action on defense, and again, I can't say that after week 1. After one game, you can't say, go defense, bad defense. So really, probably by the Buffalo Bills here, by week 8, I should have a feel for how the defense is. So if they play like how they played against the Niners in the division round last year, I think we could win this. But then it depends on the offense showing up too. So it's just, we'll see. I'm going to mark this as a loss. So what is that? 3 losses, and we go on a stretch of 1, 2, 3, 4 wins before we lose. So we don't lose at all in November until the second to last day. Wait, I think there's 30. So last day, after going on a 4-game win streak there. So what is that? 4, 5. So 5-3 heading into week 9 at the. Ooh, okay. We're at Detroit. Usually we end it in Detroit. We're at Detroit week 9. So is it week 18? Yes, it's week 18 here in Lambeau. I mean, you can't go off of week 18 last year because the Packers were resting people. And it's a different Lions team. So I'm going to say we win, but we always struggle against the Lions, no matter what. We don't like to show up against the Lions for some weird reason. We decide we want to let the worst team in the division just play good against us for some weird reason. So I think we win. I think it is a crappy game in terms of play style and whatnot, both offensively and defensively. They have our numbers typically, and we just don't know how to play against them. We just forget how to play football. But I think it's going to be a crappy win against the Lions there. Week 10, Dallas here in Lambeau. I mean, Cowboys have kind of gotten worse. Yeah, I think it's another win here. So after losing to Buffalo, we go on a 2-win streak. Then we go. Oh, sorry, we're at Tennessee again. Tennessee is here. Now, who did they draft? Is it Malik Willis? Is that who they drafted? I can't remember. It might be Tannehill, but might be a rookie QB by week 11. We'll see. Obviously, this is December football, so they're going to start planning, at least trying to look ahead to the playoff picture and see where they can start getting seeds. So again, all these games matter, but once December football rolls around, it's like a different type of football. Oh, it's Thursday. Ooh. I think we stopped King Henry last time. I think we can stop him again and rely on the defense to hold whichever QB plays. They don't have A.J. Brown anymore, so I'm going to say we win. Then we go to Philly. Now, this is going to be an underrated game. I think Philly is an underrated team. I do. And we're going to talk about that when I make my predictions for all 32. I'll probably put that up on maybe Friday or next Monday. We'll see here. But I think Philly is very underrated. They've had a lot of good moves coming into this season. Obviously, A.J. Brown is one of them. So I can see this. This is, if Hurts plays well, I think we lose this game. I do. I think there's enough pieces on offense and defense where Philly is going to be contending for their divisional title. And I think they're going to be contending for a higher seed. So do not be surprised if we lose to Philly. I'm going to say we win a tight game. But if we lose, do not be shocked by that. Because I think they're going to be an underrated team, an underdog team to make the Super Bowl. It's just, they're going to be interesting to watch this year. Week 13 in Chicago. I think it's another W. So again, we go on another stretch here. This one is 5. I think we go on another stretch here, and we go to Chicago and we take care of them. Then week 15. Oh, Monday night. Ooh, is there any? It's just okay. Monday night against the Rams. Week 15, middle of December in Lambeau. Potentially cold, potentially snowy, but I guess it could be like 30 degrees. You just never know. Especially in this day and age, because, it's been kind of warm recently here. Warm in terms of winter has not been what it used to be, at least a couple years ago. So you just never know what kind of weather you're going to get here in December and January. We beat them last year, but did they didn't really get a lot better. I think we can beat them again. I think we're going to go back-to-back years of beating them. I'm going to say we beat them. I do. They didn't they didn't get a lot better. Obviously, they won the Super Bowl, didn't have a first round pick. But we did beat them last year, and it's almost the same team that they had last year. And we, our offense, and obviously we had, Devontae, but, our defense is better, so maybe they hold them to less points. I think didn't Stafford throw a pick 6 last year too? So in Lambeau, I think we can beat them. I do. Here's another underrated team, just like the Eagles. Miami is going to be under the radar. You're going to have the Chiefs, the Titans. I can't even. What's another highly rated team in the AFC? Oh, Broncos. Really, the whole AFC. I mean, if you want to include the Raiders. I think the Raiders are probably the worst in that division. Chargers. You could maybe put the Browns in there. There's a lot of top tier teams in the AFC. It's so hard in the AFC, which is why I'm glad the Packers are in the NFC this year. But this team is going to go under the radar. They might not win the division because you have Buffalo in your division. You have New England in your division. But they could make a run at the playoffs, and I think you're going to have to end up with the 6th or 7th seed because I think two. I'll say two. I'll say two AFC West teams make it, and then obviously you have the NFC North, NFC East, and then NFC South winners. So that's 5 right there, and then you can kind of toss in whoever you want. And that 6th or 7th seed, even if they make it up to the 5th seed. So I think Miami, if they make the playoffs, I think they have a shot. It's just, can Tua play good? Just like with Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. If Hurts plays good, they can go far. If Tua plays good, they can go far. If they don't play good, they don't make the playoffs, in my opinion. So in Miami, we suck in Florida, but it's Christmas Day in December, so it might only be about 70 degrees. It probably won't be humid, or as humid as, Florida can get. So, because you're banking on Tua, and I think Tua is a little worse than Hurts, I think, I obviously right now, we have not seen them play a game this year, and we're still, months away, but I would probably say if you're banking on Tua, I don't know. I don't even know who the backup is. So, it's not Ryan Fitzpatrick anymore. I forget where he is. Is he with the Commanders, I think? I don't know. But I think we win this game. So we go on a long stretch here, and then obviously I think we beat the Vikings. We split with them 1-1. We each win at home. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we go on an 8-win streak. And then I think, if we don't have the 1 seed, maybe this matters for seeding. But let's see. So let's take this out right now. So 8 wins here. So 8-1, 9-1, 10-1, 11-1, 12-1, 12-2, 13-2. So 13-3 heading into week 18. And do they go 13? I guess, see, it's top heavy. You got Tampa, the Packers. But you have to have an NFC East team in there. And then West. Oh, yeah, you have the Rams, the Niners, potentially Cardinals. So, it's basically the NFC West and the Packers. And, NFC West minus Seattle, I should say. And then the Packers and Tampa. And that's basically, the best of the best. And then, again, you have to throw in an NFC East team in there. But I think possibly the Eagles win that division. So I'm going to say we go 13-4. I'm going to say we don't play our starters, or we only play our starters half a game like we did last year. We go 13-4 to end the series. So that is my predictions. I'm going to do a video. We're going to talk about teams that I think will make the playoffs. We'll do the AFC and NFC sides respectively. Will be there on videos. I'm going to have, my 32 team list, who I think is going to be good, who is not. So, I'm going to have a bunch of football related stuff coming up because obviously, we're in the off season, we're in the dry period. So now, I'm going to start doing some stuff and kind of ramping up for next year and getting ready for next season. So for now, like the video, share the video around, don't forget to subscribe, and I'm out of here. Peace.